Are you concerned your build will be a budget blowout horror story? Whether you've built before or know someone who has, we've all heard tales of escalating costs as to variations mounting up. These changes or additions all lead to the original budget going out the window, leaving you to find extra cash to get your house built. While some people believe that variations are inevitable, if you and your builder invest time up front, you can avoid costly budget changes. Hi, I'm Ryan Stannard from Stannard Family Homes. We design and build custom homes for families in Adelaide. By taking the time to get into the details of exactly what you want and completing the necessary research and reports, you will be able to guarantee a fixed price before you sign the contract. Not only will this ensure the price you agree is the price you pay, but you'll be confident when signing the contract that there won't be any nasty surprises. With finance experts can start identifying the budget blowouts can be attributed to modifications during the build. It's important builders invest time to ensure they capture exactly what you want and that it's included in the contract. At the same time, you should also pay close attention to the details of what is or isn't a part of the preliminary agreement, as once the contract is signed, any modifications or alterations will incur additional fees you haven't accounted for. When builders don't allow you the time to invest in evaluating and making the decisions that are key to your build, it is unlikely to end well. A professional builder, on the other hand, will encourage you to itemize everything you want in your new home. And if there's areas you're unsure about, their detailed standard inclusions list will clearly define what will be used to finish your home. Armed with a detailed preliminary services agreement, you will then be confident that the only way that the price will change is if you change your mind. To reach this point, you do however need to spend time researching and reviewing the finer details, so you clearly understand what is and isn't included in the contract. Too often, people who get hit with variation charges are those people who have been too busy to be able to put in the time into pre-contract planning. Whether you know someone who has built a new house, or this is your second or third or even fourth new home, you may get the impression that variations are completely normal. Don't be fooled by this myth, as it's used by some builders to encourage you into signing what appears to be a cheaper contract. It's only when the build starts and the variations begin cropping up that the cheap builder turns out to be the most expensive option you could have chosen. To help avoid variation after variation, I've put together my top 3 tips. My first tip is to make sure there's an adequate cost for the footings of your build. The only way a builder can do this is by completing a soil report so they can prepare an accurate quote. In fact, for complete confidence, you should ensure that the engineer's report has been submitted prior to signing the contract. Some builders sadly will give you an artificially low footings allowance to get you to sign the contract and then complete the tests afterwards. This will likely result in a variation and a hike on the price of the build before work has even commenced. My next tip for you is to make sure you invest enough time researching and planning before you sign a contract. That way, both you and your builder will know exactly what you want and you can be certain it's all been allowed for from the word go. A simple change can occur additional labour and material charges, but may also impact on the overall design or structure. This would mean you would need to have your plans redrafted or your contract reissued. These charges soon mount up. But if you take the time to plan, a professional builder will happily provide you with a detailed preliminary services agreement so you know exactly what you're getting. Finally, in the event that you do change your mind, try to give as much notice as possible to avoid delays and minimise costs. Whilst the change may be as simple as swapping out tiles, if there is an extended lead time on receiving the materials, it may extend your build time. If the build is delayed, you're not only being hit with variation charges, but you'll also end up paying more for rent and have to make additional mortgage payments whilst your home is being built. It doesn't matter if you're building your first home or if you've built many times before. There are so many misconceptions, so I've put together a quick guide that contains everything you need to know before designing your new home. It's completely free and will help you to keep your design on budget and avoid any nasty surprises that can sneak up when you're building a custom home. Just click on the link below and download our guide, 7 things you must know before designing a new home.